What's going on, cryptocurrency universe? It's the Bitcoin miner here, guys, and I hope everybody's doing well. In today's video, we're in Kyle's dungeon with all the cell phones. We're going to do an update video on what he's been doing over the last 2 weeks. So we've got our software all updated and ready to go. We are up to 113 active workers. We're producing right at 450 mega hash, and each phone is averaging right at 4 mega hash. All right, guys. He's also updated the box over here. As you can tell, the wiring setup is quite different from the original box. We are having a little bit of trouble with maintaining the voltage as you add so many phones in the box. The power supplies themselves are very capable of supplying it. And through testing and we're doing different things, we have added the main rail over here to the left. So it comes from the power supply to the main rail, and then it feeds out the smaller rails. Now, initially, we had a 12 gauge wire right here stranded that we were using to run from the main power supply over to these distribution rails. And unfortunately, we were still having a voltage drop. So Kyle's upgraded it to a 10 gauge stranded wire right here, as you can see, and that has solved the problem. So you're going to want to use at least a 10 gauge from your main power box, guys, over to your distribution point, and then you should be able to drop down from 10 to 12, and I don't know if I'd go too much lower than that unless you're feeding straight to the phones. But let's take a look directly at this box here. These are all the phones. As you can see, there's quite a few of them. Got to get to the top here. We're going to switch over to the dashboard for just this box. So this box has 45 active workers, and we're producing 180 mega hash, and we're averaging 4.1 mega hash just out of this particular box. We've got 3 of them running, so this one's almost done. Let's take a look over here at the test bench. Hold on one second. As we go into the rest of the mining dungeon here, so this is where he's been putting kind of everything together. These phones are ready to go in the box. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them ready to go in the box. We'll take off the displays off these other ones, and they'll go in just like this. These are Pixel 2s. Like I said, we've got quite a bit of mixture of different phones, S8s, and so forth. Let's go back out here, and we can take a look at the original box and take a better look here and get a better idea of the scope of everything. And we still have quite a few phones, plus the box behind them are full. And there's some more back here. Let's go take a look at that. There we go. So more phones over here running, a much cleaner setup, but as you can tell, we started off with using distribution boxes as these home runs right here, going straight to the power brick, then coming out. And you know, it works, but again, once you try to get so many phones in here, we started noticing there were problems, and that's when we got back to this box, and you can see where we've learned by going to the bigger rails, then from the bigger rails out to your smaller rails, and that way you can set your voltage at your larger rail. All right, guys, let's take a look at some of these temperatures real quick. So I just randomly selected one. It's a Pixel 2 XL. It's giving us the battery temp of 27, and the battery percentage is at 84, and the current that we're getting. We can also select some of the other tabs: pool, share information, and history. So Kyle's still working on this. It's working out great, and it's really making everything much easier to know where everything is, check our temperatures, and kind of get an idea of so forth. Unfortunately, we're not able to get temperatures of the CPUs right here like we are with the Pis, but we are able to get the battery temperatures, which is probably the more important one really here. As long as we keep these cases closed, unlike when I'm filming right now, they'll definitely maintain temperatures. So thanks again, guys, for watching. We do appreciate you. And make sure to subscribe, like, and stay tuned. There's a lot coming up, man. As you can tell, we're up to only 113 workers out of 350 to start with. So hopefully we'll do this as a series, maybe every 2 to 3 weeks. We'll come and give you guys an update on the mining farm and try to teach you guys how we're doing everything. I put in the link in the description for the power supply. I did that in the last video. I'll do the same thing in this one. And the parts that we're using, just in case you guys wanted to follow along, it's really not that difficult to do this wiring. There are other videos out there teaching you guys how to do the hard wiring for the phones. It's gonna be, each phone is different, so we're working on a plan to do that. As I've mentioned before, I am days or just a week away from getting a newborn, so we'll get to those videos and we'll have them out soon. We got Kyle helping us doing that. Thanks again, guys. I appreciate you.
VerusID provides a virtually theft-proof Verus Vault capability, which allows you to time lock an ID, enabling you to actively stake all funds and controls while still requiring that the ID be unlocked and wait for your originally specified time delay before any funds can be spent. During the unlock time, you have the ability to revoke and recover your funds if the person who unlocked them was not you. You can use the Verus Vault feature to protect against funds or identity theft, and you can also use the time lock feature to set up flexible trusts, vesting schedules, and more. It's your identity upgrade for a digital world. It's VerusID. Download the free software at verus.io and register your VerusID today. Truth and privacy for all.